How we doing, everybody? Now, this weekend, Islam Makhachev is stepping in against Bobby Green. As we know, short notice, Bobby Green stepped in on 5 days' notice, I think, after beating Nasrat Harparast. Now, last week I did a video, or a few days ago, last week I did a video on Bobby Green and how, you know, he might surprise a few people in this fight. However, this video isn't about that. This is about Islam Makhachev, how great he is, how good he is, the run of dominance that he's had, and how he may fare in this fight. Before I get into it, remember, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done that. Now, Islam Makhachev comes from Dagestan, trained with Khabib, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father, who's, you know, the late, great Abdulmanap, who passed away recently due to COVID, a couple of years ago now, pardon me. He has trained Islam since he was a little kid. So a lot of people talk about Islam being the new coming of Khabib, the Khabib 2.0. And it's easy to see why. They have very similar styles. They come from the same area of Dagestan. They've trained together their entire life. Khabib's in the corner, and Abdulmanap, Khabib's father, was his original coach. So there is a lot of similarities here. Also, the dominance that Islam has displayed is similar to what Khabib has displayed. He's in the UFC now. His record is 10-1 inside the UFC. And that one loss came from an early knockout to Adriano Martins. And in that fight, Adriano Martins, Islam was doing very well. He was throwing some aggressive overhand rights, and it was just a little short right hook. Adriano Martins caught him, clipped him, got him right on the perfect spot, put him down. Hey, listen, it happens all the time when you're fighting the best people in the world. When you step in there, it does happen. Now, I know what you're saying, but Khabib, he never got knocked out. Correct. Absolutely correct. He retired at 29-0. A lot of people want to see him fight to 30-0. So, I understand, yeah. And he did get caught and he did get knocked out. And it is for sure a blemish on his record. And I am sure it haunts Islam Makhachev at night. Hey, but hey, this is the world that we're in. Since then, though, Islam has rebounded in style. He is on a 9-fight win streak and he looks absolutely terrifying. He's a very well-rounded threat. Right now he's training with Javier Mendez at AKA, as we know. That was also Khabib's coach, the home of Daniel Cormier and many, many other great fighters. People like Luke Rockhold, of course. Javier Mendez came out this week and said, look, listen, when it comes to Islam, we can pick the poison. We can choose the approach. And there's many, many ways to win this fight. What he's talking about there, of course, is they can choose to keep it on the feet. They can look to fight in the clinch. They can take him down and look for submissions. If you look at his record here, Islam Makhachev, Islam's 10-1 in the UFC, as I said, a 9-fight win streak, 3 KOs and 10 subs. Last time we saw him was against Dan Hooker. It was a perfect performance. It was a flawless victory, in the words of Mortal Kombat.
Flawless victory.
It really was, you know. I guess you could say it was a tailor-made matchup for Islam. Obviously, Dan Hooker, very tall kickboxer, not the best grappler. Islam timed the double leg perfect, took him down, and then took his arm home pretty quickly. Got the job done, short and sweet, beautiful. Stepped over old school Kimura, took him home, almost snapped his arm off, left Dan Hooker with no choice but to tap. Prior to that, we saw him go out there and beat Thiago Moises. He tapped him out in the 4th round with a rear naked choke. But in that fight, he showed a lot of great stand-up as well. And generally, that is what you see from Islam. He is a well-rounded fighter. I think it's fair to say, on the feet, he's a bigger threat than Khabib was. Khabib was, you know, he was effective. He had a good jab in that fight with Ali Kinter. You know, he really displayed a fantastic jab. And Khabib's striking was always good enough for him to set up the shot, for him to get the fight to the ground. So he wasn't a Conor McGregor on the feet or anybody like that, but he was capable, he was competent, and he was just good enough to get the fight to where he wanted. Use those hands to set up the shots or whatever it may be. You know, I think Islam is a better striker. You know, Javier Mendez said it himself. He said we can choose our poison. When you see Islam, he throws a lot of nice head kicks. They're very, very fluid. He has a lot of overhand rights. He has good head movement. He's slick. He's very, very slick. He's got good submissions, good wrestling. Very well-rounded. Now, The big thing is coming into this one, it was supposed to be Beneil Dariush. All right, real quick, IP Vanish. When you download IP Vanish, it will protect you when you are online. Anytime you're surfing the web, you are at the mercy of hackers with your social media information, all your passwords, and of course, more importantly, your financial stuff, all your financial records, your bank account. You can get hacked, you can get robbed. Also, with IP Vanish, it allows you full, unrestricted access to everything on the internet. So, next time you go online, make sure you're protected with IP Vanish. Go to ipvanish.com/Bisping or click the link in the episode description down below. Dariush, as we know, great grappler as well. So this could have been an interesting one. It could have been a stylistically, if you like grappling, if you love to see a display of grappling prowess, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, Dagestani, ragdolling, it would have been good to see. But of course, we're not seeing that now. The relevance of that, though, is that the approach for Islam may change significantly. When you're training to fight Beneil Dariush, you're no doubt doing a lot of jiu-jitsu. Beneil's a very, very high-level jiu-jitsu fighter. So jiu-jitsu would have been at the forefront. So would have been takedowns. Or maybe, because he is a good on the ground, maybe Islam worked a lot of stand-up. And if he has, well, that workout, those training sessions, they are going to pay dividends because Bobby Green, that's where he likes to fight. We saw against Nasrat Haqparast, beautiful, fast, slick, confident striking, chatting away to his opponents the whole time. So if Islam has been working hard on the stand-up, that will pay dividends. I don't think he needs to work on the wrestling so much because that's there. That's his bread and butter. That is his go-to. That is what he's comfortable in doing all the time. So it's just back to plan A. When it comes to wrestling, he's like, brother, no problem. I wrestle standing on my head. It's all day. No problem. Let's go. Bobby Green, though, he better be sprawling. He's working his sprawl. He's working with Darryl Christian. Darryl Christian is a very, very high-level wrestling coach. He was a good wrestler himself. He helps people on the Olympic team. He helped me for a few of my training camps. He's worked with Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, many, many people. So he sent me a picture the other day. He said, listen, we've only got 5 days to work with Bobby, but they're working some wrestling defense fundamentals. So, you know, for Bobby Green right now, it's sensory overload. He wants this fight to just be a stand-up affair. If this fight is a stand-up affair, I'm not saying Bobby wins. I'm saying that Bobby has a much better chance. He is slick. He is confident. And there's something to be said for coming into a fight with no pressure, which Bobby has. Bobby has no pressure. He's stepping up. Dana White's loving him right now. The UFC officials are loving him. The whole UFC fan base are like, wow, Bobby Green, what a guy. Stepping up, saving the day, stepping up to the plate, showing the world what a brave man he is, what a big fighter he is, and how much balls he has.
Is he fucking awesome?
Let's be honest, you know, because stepping up against Islam on short notice isn't easy to do. But the reality is this isn't really short notice for Bobby. He just fought against Nasrat. He had a nice little warm-up. He got to throw some hands. He didn't take any damage. And now he gets to go up against Islam Makhachev in potentially a number one contender fight. Now, speaking of a number one contender, Javier Mendez, he came out and he had something to say about that. He said he doesn't expect Islam to get a title fight if he wins this fight, which is interesting because that was kind of the narrative that this was a number one contender matchup. But Javier Mendez believes that Conor McGregor will jump the line. He said, I know that's crazy because he's 3-1 in his last 4 fights, or 1-3, should I say, in his last 4 fights. But Conor McGregor is the cash cow, which he is. The man does incredible numbers. There's no one else that realistically comes close, you know, and is Conor's time almost over? I don't know, I'm not going to say that, but if you're the UFC and he's fit and he's ready and he wants to fight for the championship against Oliveira, against Gaethje, whoever is the champion, you're probably going to take that opportunity. And in the meantime, Islam's going to be happy. He'll keep doing what he does if he wins, chipping away, trying to get more wins. Now, Bobby Green, he had some nasty words to say for all those other lightweights out there. He said, for all you other lightweights that didn't take the fight, because in his mind, he said, I know I was the last person to be offered this fight. I know they offered it to many other people. He said, but they are all too pussy to take this opportunity. And that may be right, Bobby Green. It may be wrong. I don't know. But either way, I respect Bobby. I respect Islam Makhachev, and I can't wait for this fight. I'll be there. I'll be calling this one. Great fight card, by the way, but that's why I can't give a prediction. Otherwise, I would do. I would give you a prediction on how this one goes down, but it wouldn't be professional. What else have we got on here? The co-main event, Misha Serkinov and Wellington Turman. That's going to be an interesting one. Further down the fight card, though, on the main card, Arman Tsarukyan taking on Yoel Alvarez. Keep an eye on that fight. Yoel Alvarez, I think it's a 5-fight win streak, all stoppages. Arman Tsarukyan, the only person to beat him in the UFC so far is Islam Makhachev, and he's calling out Islam. Not many people calling out Islam, unless your name is Bobby Green. It's going to be a sick fight. I don't know which way it's going to go. Give me your thoughts downstairs in the comments below. I would like to know what you think. And that's about it. Tomorrow, got some more videos coming your way. I've got a world exclusive of my upcoming documentary. So we've got a long extended trailer, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek into some of the making of that documentary as well. So as I say, exclusive sneak peek. First time you'll see the trailer. So please come back for that one. As I said at the top, subscribe, ring the bell. Hope you're all well. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.